This only applies to certain situations, okay? It does not necessarily apply to meeting your girlfriend's parents where you want to be on better behavior. It also doesn't necessarily apply to where you're meeting strangers, with the exception of like meeting a girl, all right? When you're meeting a girl, you actually want to be more playful, but when you're meeting like a group of new guys or whatever, or the girl you're with, her friends, then you want to focus more on being high value and humble. But being playful is a massive thing in getting people to like you. It's really good for when you're hanging out with your friends, guys that already know you, or girls that you want to meet, okay? And when I'm saying being playful, I'm saying being like kind of like cocky and playful, all right? Cocky in the sense of it's all tongue-in-cheek though. Like, it's like self-aware narcissism. Like, I'm talking shit to a girl and I've got a shit-eating grin on my face, but she knows and I know that that I'm just bullshitting, right? It's like I'm just playing the game. If it looks like you're really serious and you're just saying like, yo, I'm the shit, this and that, then you come off as kind of a dick. But when you're like cocky and playful, it's a really effective frame. Okay, if you guys remember this guy David D'Angelo from back in the day, he was a pickup guru and he always talked about cocky and funny. Cocky and funny is not quite right in my opinion. Cocky and playful is much more important, all right? Because the playfulness, you're still being cocky, but you're taking the edge off of it because you're showing that you're not taking yourself so seriously. You're just being like a bit cocky, but you're also having fun with it, all right? So this can extend to, and this works really well with girls, like light teasing. Like sometimes I'll flex my arm and get a girl to touch my arm. Like I'll put her hand on it and then I'll say, stop, oh my God, you have such a dirty mind. And then she'll like giggle and then I'll touch her arm and be like, oh my God, it's so big. You're scaring me. How often do you go to the gym, right? Like obviously when the girl's arm's, skinny and kind of make her giggle. But like that kind of teasing, I mean, and I'm not talking about fucking negging. Okay, for those of you guys familiar with the mystery method, the negging I don't recommend at all. Negging is like backhanded compliment where you're like putting the girl down. And that's breaking rapport. And to be charming, you never want to break rapport. When I'm teasing lightheartedly and playfully, I'm actually not breaking rapport. I'm maintaining rapport. And I'm not, and the way that you convey it is key. I'm not conveying it in a way of putting her down. I'm just conveying it in a way of like teasing her and having a bit of fun with her, and then she might tease me back and have a bit of fun with me. And it adds to that like interaction. It also adds to that masculine female dynamic where I'm still being like masculine and confident, but I'm not doing it in a way where I'm putting her down or in a negative way. It's a playful way. All right. Another good move for being playful is that shit-eating grin, where you just say, you say something with that look on your face is like what, if you watch Top Gun with Tom Cruise back in his prime, he had that shit-eating grin locked down. And I mean, I kind of do like this half smile like that, where I'll say something like, she'll say something like, oh, you're so cocky, you're an asshole. I'm like, yeah, I mean, well, I guess you really like assholes. What's wrong with you? Something like that. Or I'll say like, well, it's, I'm handsome and charming. I can't really help myself. It just comes out. You should blame my mom. She made me this way, right? So like, I'm being a dick, but I'm doing it like playfully, and I'm doing it with like a shit-eating grin. And this is really, really effective with a lot of girls, especially the more feminine types, because it's polarizing. You're being really masculine and confident, and it allows her to show her more of her feminine side. But you're doing it when it's obviously like a self-aware, playful way, so that you're not coming off as like super arrogant, which no one really likes. All right, I call it like sort of self-aware narcissism. Now, that, again, that's not something you want to use on like a stranger, or it's something you can use with your friends, something you can use with a girl who might be a stranger. But like if you're just meeting new people, then it might not be the best move to use. And lastly is deliberate misinterpretation, which is still part of point 4 here, playfulness. Deliberate misinterpretation is where the girl says something and you take it like way out of control. She'll say like, oh, I'm sad because I can't see you, and you're like, oh my God, are you gonna be okay? Like, should I call the police? Should we be worried about you? Like, like call the fire department. Are you right? Like, just like taking it and just amplifying it and just like fucking with her words and just, you can misinterpret what she says and, just playing around with the interaction. All right. That's the fucking key. It's being playful and doing it in a bit of a cocky way. But like I said, number 4 is not something to be used in all situations. It's something to be used in specific situations, like with guys who already know you, or like a new girl that you met. And everyone likes being around someone who's playful because it allows them to access that like childhood state. It allows them to enjoy the interaction. I mean, the fucking most important thing about being charming is that, like, if you can make sure that when you hang out with people they have fun every time, everyone's going to want to hang around with you. All right, it's so easy. It's not about adopting these dark triad traits of like Machiavellianism and manipulation. All you have to do is create fun interactions and playful interactions and positive interactions that everyone's going to want to be around you because you're living in the light, and just by being around you and being around your light, it's going to lift up their spirits. Okay, and that's a lot of what I do with the business here. I'm just giving you guys that positivity and, trying to live in the light as best as I can and try and amplify that to you and try and lift up everybody's spirits. And that's the kind of person that everyone wants to be around. Okay?